Hi friends, this is Shekhar Srinivasan. In this video, we shall understand one of the new feature which is introduced in C# 6.0, that is called as auto property initializers. It is the ability to use an initialization expression with an automatically implemented property. So whenever we wanted to initialize an automatically implemented property, we can use this feature. In the current versions, we are trying to use a constructor to initialize an auto implemented property to initialize with a non-default value. Whereas in C# 6.0, it is an ability that is provided to us to initialize the auto property, which means that now in the current version, that is 6.0, we don't have to explicitly define a constructor to do this. The syntax for defining an auto property initializer is we define using a public, the data type to be used, property name, and a get method or a getter equal to the value. When I say that a property is defined without a setter, it indicates that immutability is going to be achieved in a very simpler terms. Now let's try to understand this particular concept with a simple example. Now let me just try to open my Visual Studio.NET, file menu, new project, a console application. I just created a simple console application just to understand how and what we are going to use it. To demonstrate, let's try to understand how we used to use in the previous version. So before auto property initializer was introduced, assume that I have a class with a name called as sample. I wanted to define some property to have some kind of unique values to be assigned. So what we try to do is, we try to define a private variable and we'll try to define a constructor to initialize this private variable, and then we try to take the support of a property to return this particular value. Okay. So in this way, we used to define this particular thing. So when we used to work in the previous version, whenever I wanted to assign or initialize a property, we can take the support in this way. We used to define a constructor, initialize the private variable. Through this property, we will try to return the value. Okay, so now let's try to understand that how we can able to achieve the same thing using our C# 6.0. Using C# 6.0 auto property initializer, I try to define a class called as sample2. Now I can just define something like public grid ID. I can simply say get. So if I just try to leave it like this, we will be usually getting a error because we don't have any kind of things to read the values. So we take the support of the previous style. Now in C# 6.0, what I can do is, for the automated property, I can just initialize with a value. the code what we used to write in this style, now with the support of C# 6.0 new feature, we can just reduce the code to this extent. In the next video, we shall understand another C# 6.0 feature which will be used very effectively with auto property initializer, and that is primary constructors. If you like this particular video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free videos. Thank you. Yours, Shekhar.